Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday. That means that we're having our live here on Facebook again for the second week in a row. There seems to be a dilemma with Ecamm and Facebook, and even though I can sort of hold my own technologically speaking, um, I can't do it. So I need to ask for help. So I tried and I just can't do it. So please forgive me. We'll get back to Facebook. Um, the good news is, if you're watching this on replay, I will post it on Facebook, so you'll be able to watch the replay. So that's a fun thing. So there's so much chitter chat about a couple new things that Stampin' Up! Is doing, and I'm so excited. I really think that this will be a great way to have Stampin' Up! Grow. And I certainly would love, love, love to have you on my team if you don't already have a demonstrator and want to learn more. I'm your girl. Um, I hope to be having a, I hope to be having a informational session on September 20, no, September 30th, I believe is that Wednesday. Hi, Sandy, you found us. Yay. And so in person at my home, very small, safe, intimate, not a lot of, just safe for you to listen. We'll make a card and we'll go from there. So, but it's so exciting. So, so exciting. The other thing is that if you see from my description, I could not remember what the pears were called. Are they paintedly, patternedly pears? I don't know, but I couldn't find them. I looked in the annual catalog and in the mini, and I decided they must be on the online exclusives. So please know that I get just as frustrated trying to find things, and I can't keep up with it all between the 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 exclusives online, the annual catalog, and the mini. There is so many products. So I apologize. I know I don't get to many of them. I kind of stick to what I know my customers would like and what I like, and then I try to show you different things to do with them. If there is something special that you want to see, I am happy to do them. Let me know if there's a special technique or if there is a stamp set. I will try to get it in time for a live, and we'll do something with it. I would love to hear from you and love to hear what you think, and share what you want to see. So that's important to me. I want to serve you and do what you would like to do. So all right, so we're going to go down and we are going to look at all this fun stuff. Now I got to go back to my printer. Sorry, I have not. Well, this won't really surprise you if you know me well. I have not done the math. Big surprise. um but I will, and I will have better details coming up. I will send an email out with all the information. And so, if any questions after that, please contact me via Facebook, email, or my cell. So, all right, we're going down, down, down. Okay, whoops. I hit that with my head. Now I remember. So, Stampin' Up is having the best join offer, I dare say, since I joined in 2013. I joined in 2013. It was the 25th year anniversary, and you could get two different starter kits. You could get one that was just the business starter kit, and that was $25. And that's how I joined. I had already had a lot of product, so I knew I didn't need to have a lot of product because I had a lot. So that's how I joined. That's not how they're doing it this year or this time, but they're doing, actually, it's a little better. They're doing $125 worth of products for 35. It's usually $125 worth of product for 99. So that is awesome. So you choose whatever you'd like up to $125. I believe you get an added paper pumpkin for free, no shipping. I believe there's tax. It seemed like there was something else, and I couldn't find that page. So, like I said, I'll get all the details and be much more versed in it. But the important thing is $125 for 35. Woohoo! And then the other one, if you wanted to do more, you could go the $189 worth of products for only 99. So that's plus, it is plus tax, I'm most definitely sure, but no shipping. So that's huge. That's huge. So I've shared these on my Facebook group, um, so that you would see the prices and the funness of it here. Any questions from there, please let me know. Otherwise, September 30th, I think we'll start at 6 or so. I'll be sending out an invite. So if you know somebody or you just want to hear, even if it's just for fun and you want to come make a take, come on over. I will send that invite out. If you're not on my newsletter list, um, please let me know you want to join and I will send you the link, and we'll go from there. All right. So if you came to the to my class on Wednesday night, we're making the same card as we did. I'm switching it up a tad, and I'll tell you why. So this is one of the cards we made at our Stampin' Up event that we did for demos a couple weeks ago that my mom and I went to. So it's a very pretty card, and it has one flap, two flap, three flap, and then you get to the inside of the card. All right. So I'm going to show you how to make this. It's not hard. It's very simple. It does take it does take one sheet of cardstock. Well, you can make two cards out of it. However, you need the flaps. So it takes a little bit more. Um, so I'm going to show you. I'll give you some of the measurements to the best of my ability. We're going to change it up a little bit, and we're using the Paintedly Pears DSP. Um, yeah, and some of the dies from there. So, all right, this is the beautifully intricate sunflower embossing folder. Isn't that gorgeous? We are not using that. We are using the doily, the 3D doily one. All right, and this is Darling Duckling. And then this is the this hash mark bling here. It looks like this. It comes from the die set from the Paintedly Pears. Sorry, it's kind of too dark up there. And then some linen thread, which we're not going to use linen thread. We're going to use something else. We're going to use linen green thread, which is now available. And we're going to use a different sentiment. And this is why. Just total transparency. Even us demonstrators can't have it all. So I borrowed the stamp set and the dies from a friend, one of my team members, and I didn't think to stamp some oh help me, sentiments. So I'm using a sentiment from another stamp set, and I can't remember what it is, but it also has a thank you in it. So it's very similar. It's a thank you, and the script is similar. So it'll be pretty close. This one says, though, a good friend is a gift. I love that sentiment. I just think that's awesome because we are gifts. We're all gifts. We're all a friend to somebody. So that's very important. So I'm going to show you how to put this together. So you're going to take, let me even cut it for you. I probably will have to use Let me see what I have here. All right, here we go. I was gonna say I probably would have to use a so it's going to be 7 1/4. All right, so we're gonna bring out the extension here. Let me come up so you can see. So 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. So we're gonna come down here, 7. Whoa, Nelly. Let's give it a minute. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. There we go. 7 1/4 is gonna be way over here. So 7 1/4. It is gonna take a whole sheet. 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm pretty sure. Oh my golly. Yes. Okay. So that leaves that, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. So here's 4, and there's the quarter. So that is going to be the card base. So it looks just like that. Okay. So I don't know. You know, I do things by oops, I need this. I do things by yay, you made it, Debbie. I think I'm seeing some on here. Howdy. Yeah, I'm seeing some on my phone, and then I can see Sandy. My mom said that she can my mom said that she could see, but she couldn't talk. All right, now I'm totally not even sure if I'm live. I must be because Sandy's with me, so I'm not finding it on my phone either. So anyway, okay. And then we have these two flaps. So I'm just going to bring my handy dandy long and this is going to be 4 by 4, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, or 4 1/8, 4 1/4, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then it's going to be scored at 1. Okay, so this is scored at 1. You know, did you ever not need to have a bone folder when you need it? And all right, so we're just going to fold that up. And I just had a moment, so I'm sorry. Okay, and then we're going to take another one that's 4 1/2 by 2, and then we're going to score it at 1. Okay, so there's all the scores. I really wish I had, oh wait, I found it, yay. You want to make sure you get these nice and crisp, these folds. So the bone folder definitely comes in handy. And you want to do this nice and slow because I've made a few of these and I've made a mistake on, oh, maybe a few. So, all right. So did everybody get how I did that? It is 5 1/4 or 5 1/2. So it's a half a slice this way, short way, you know, or long way in half. And then it's cut it, the length itself this way is 7 1/4. I hope that makes sense. If not, let me write it down so you can at least see it. 7 1/4 by 5 1/2, score at 4 1/4 on long side. All right, so it's going to be a left opening card. The binding's going to, or the closure is going to be on the left side. Okay, So here is our 3 pieces and we're good to go. Boy, that was as clear as mud, everybody. I'm so sorry. Yikes. All right. So I am going to use my liquid glue, and the bigger darling duckling, the 4 by 4, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, we're gonna find middle here, and we are going to line it up here. Okay, so that the flap opens like that. Okay, so this is the card. The flap's going to open this way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my glue, maybe. There we go. I was going to say it's been, oh, no. So we're going to put some of this glue on that flap because we don't want to waste the glue. I love liquid glue, so I don't want to waste it. So you have a few minutes, find middle as best you can, go right to the edge, so there's no overlap, and then push. There you go. Now don't worry about all the seams. The seams will go away. If you haven't seen one of these, you can get them at the dollar store now. It's an adhesive remover. Yeah, you can get them at the dollar store. Well, the $1.25 store, I guess. Oh golly. Yeah, don't get out the DSP or anything yet, because that's when we're going to make mistakes. So now we're going to do this flap. Okay? And that flap is going to go on the front to the left. Okay? I'm going to turn it this way just so I can find middle and then fold it in. And you know what? It's not perfectly middle, but it's okay. All right, see, that's not perfectly middle, but it's okay. Now, these things are not going to be seen, I promise. We're going to cover them up with DSP. I'm having a little trouble with my glue tonight, aren't I? There we go. All right, and then we have this, the DSP with a nice secret C. It's so pretty. I love the secret C background. You can really, really show the darkness of it. It contrasts very well. Let's do something. So let's try to do something actually. Let's see. So let's take this, and this piece, this piece is, I believe, 3 3/8 by 1 7/8. So we're going to go to 3. So 3 3/8. Okay. We're going to go just a touch bigger by 1 7/8. So that's here. We're going to go maybe just a little bigger. No, that doesn't look right. Let's just measure it. This is what happens to me. So 2 3/4. So this is 2 3/4, and we're going to go just a tad bigger. There we go. And then we're going to go lengthwise. We're going to go to 5 1/4. So we're going to go to about 5 1/8. This way. All right. So let's see if this is going to do what I need it to do. So we'll just have it show up a little bit more. And I did it wrong. I can tell already. Yep. So I got the sides correct, but I didn't get the height. All right. So we're just going to get another sheet of cardstock. Don't you wish, if you're a mathematician, it's probably killing you how I'm measuring. All right, so we're going to come here. Oh, you're all at home probably going, Joette, stop. So we're going to go about 3 7/8, maybe. Let's go this way. 3 7/8. Oh, that's not correct. It's 2 7/8. See? See? When I drive you all crazy. That's why Sister Carmela always said that I was not very good in math. All right, and then we're going to go to 5 1/4, so it's going to be about 5 3/8. All right, let's see. Yes, I'm going to turn it this way. So we're just going to make a little bit of change here. You got to make sure it fits here. Very nice. This is, excuse me, this is just basic white. And what I'm doing is I'm just making frames and mats that are just 1/8 of an inch bigger or smaller, depending on whichever way you're going with it. Right. And then we're going to turn it this way. Oops. Good. All right, so that covered up this flap here that we put on the outside. Okay. Now on the inside, we are going to just put this piece of cardstock. And this will cover up the other flap. Okay, now I am somewhere. I am somewhere. Now maybe I used it all already. Nope. I'm going to put some Secret C over here. And that'll just give a little bit there. So I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, I guess not. I guess that's why I didn't do that on the other one that we did. All right, so now we need this piece here. And we cannot, well, like suppose if you wanted to do it that way, we could put some white underneath it, but I'm thinking that I kind of like the brightness of this because I'm going to put that hashtag thingy here. Let me bring you in a little bit. There we go. Oops. Where'd you go? There we go. So I think I'm just going to keep this the way that it is. Okay. Good. All right. So here is the doily. I'm pretty sure it's doily. Let me look. It is, hopefully, I think it's in the annual catalog. Embossing, embossing, embossing. Folders. Eyelet. I believe it's the eyelet. 109. Yep. So it's the eyelet. This one right here. Page 109. It's 3D. It's just one of the thick ones. And we're just going to place this right here. Okay. And it's smooth on this side, the de-embossed side, that didn't sound right, is smooth. So you'll be able to just put that right on there. Now it seems like it has a 1/4 of an inch around, and this one does as well. So maybe it just looks so much bigger because I did put the framed white under there. So could be what the heck is happening. All right, so now I'm going to take a little bit of glue here because I have so much on the outside here. I don't have to squeeze much at all. There. All right. So here it doesn't really matter where the thick one goes. And then we're just gonna put it down just like that. We'll give it a minute to dry. And then I'm going to take Mossy Meadow. And remember, this is a good friend as a gift. And we're going to do, thank you. I wonder if I could just put it here. There, instead of fussy cutting it. Now somebody's going to ask where the oval came from, and I'm going to tell you I'm not sure. So you could fussy cut around it. I think this was a punch that that I had that I just punched a little extras out of, and I just grabbed them before we came on because I knew that I didn't have the stamp set to fussy cut that, and that's all we did was just fussy cut around it, made it a little pretty. Okay, so now we're going to take some of the linen thread in the Mossy Meadow. It's so exciting, they have colored linen thread. And then I think I'm going to take some of the linen thread. Well, this came from a kit and it's not opened. Can you believe it? Who would not open it? Certainly wasn't me. All right, so maybe we will. This is way too much, of course, because I changed my mind in midstream. So we're going to take both of them together and we're just going to make a double bow. Just like that. And then we'll just cut off the ends. Oh, I love it. Too bad I didn't think of this last Wednesday. So I'm just going to take this off. I'm just going to put it on there. And it's just a glue dot that I rolled up small and put there. Okay. Then I'm going to take the thank you. And I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if I like it on the oval. There we go. Let's see. We're just gonna fussy cut around everything. So it looks like that. I like that a little better. And then this sentiment is actually up on dimensionals, and I think that because that it's so small, I think I'm just going to put the thank you like it was in up under the bow and just kind of let it hang there. Now I don't know if this putting the white underneath there was worth it because nothing else has it under. But it's, I don't know, something we can think about. What does everybody think? Does it do anything for you with it under there? So here's one without it, and then here's the one with it, but nothing else has um, a frame under it either. So what do you guys think? With, without, how about the double color there? Let's look at this. This is double color, this is just the linen thread. Of course, I think they both look beautiful, but I do like that green linen thread, the mossy meadow thread. Anybody have any ideas? I'll give you a minute. I don't know if there is a lag from when I ask the question to whenever you can get it on there, but let me know. And then I'm going to show you. And again, I can't really do this card either. This was one of that we did on Wednesday as well. And I used the watercolor paper. And I was going to show this tonight as well. However, I don't have the stamp set to stamp the pears, but this is stamped pears, and then we use the die to cut them out. Now we could fussy cut them without a problem, but I didn't have the stamp to actually stamp it for you. So what we did was in a in an empty like an empty stamp case here like this, I put in a baby wipe, and then on top of the baby wipe I put some petal pink, some oh my golly, crumb cake, and my favorite soft sea foam. And I just put it in 3 rows. I think I went this way though, so I went a horizontal, vertical, so that I could get some more colors in there. And then I put the stamp image on a acrylic block, and I used the wipe as my ink pad, and then I stamped the pears. So this is what the pears looked like. And then we fussy cut them. We used water. We sprayed some water on our DSP and on this is two-tone cardstock. This one, the green is. And then we ripped and we folded. And then there's some little splatters here. We splattered. We did a little bit of everything. And this is amazing ribbon that comes with in the suite of the Painterly Pears suite, and it's just gorgeous. And I did not get that before Wednesday, but when we ordered on Thursday, I did get that ribbon because it's just gorgeous. So we'll definitely do that technique And I love the colors, and it's just a different color palette. You know, this is the DSP of the Pears is can be dark. It also can be lighter. Um, let me see. This is one of the other cards that we did. I'm trying to finish making them all up. So this is another one that we did on Wednesday. I cut the paper in half, and then we flipped them and used the top and the bottom. And then the die actually cuts out the DSP as well, so that's nice. Some more Rick Rack or hashtag um, grunge there cut. Some more of the Mossy Meadow linen thread. And we just used a 1/2 inch strip of the cardstock, the Mossy Meadow, and then cut it so that it looked like it was part of the card base there. So yeah, so that's how we did that. That looks like it's fun, huh? Whoa, there we go. And then the inside, we just put a little bit of the DSP. Yeah, so that's what we did. So just a different color palette, just to use it for something else. Sometimes we don't think about it, so we gotta think outside the box. I'm not guilty of thinking outside the box. Unfortunately, I should. All right, we don't have any comments about with the white background or without. I don't think it does much for it, but it's there. We probably could have done probably could have done mossy meadow on all of them, maybe. Would have darkened maybe a little bit more of a contrast. So, but yeah, so very nice. I hope everybody liked that. Sometimes I love to share what we did in class. I'd love to have you um, come to class and see what it's all about, meet new people, and just create and have fun. I will definitely be putting more out regarding the new join special, because it's so exciting. It is so exciting. That's how I got started. So um, yeah, so we'll get together for that. Otherwise, I will see you next Tuesday, and I will have a newsletter coming out for the beginning of the month, and we will go from there. Thank you so much for coming. I really hope to get this Facebook thing figured out. Otherwise, we'll just have to kind of do it this way. And I feel bad because I think we're missing some people that normally join. So please let me know if you're having trouble with YouTube, and I will try to find a fix for that so that we can chit chat more. And I love to see the comments. It makes me feel like I'm not talking to myself. All right, everyone, enjoy. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.